What is going on, THL? How are you guys doing today? Everybody out there in YouTube land, how are you? This video is going to be a YouTube video, and I'm excited. I did a poll earlier on THL. Anyone who doesn't know, THL is our Facebook group. It's The Hookah Lounge, so you just search The Hookah Lounge on Facebook, and you can get added into the absolute best Facebook group about hookah that there is. Really, in my opinion, best Facebook group, period. I'll go ahead and say it on the record, best Facebook group. Just of all the groups that there are, hands down best one. Completely, that's my unbiased opinion. Now, let's move on to what we're here to talk about today, which is hookah stuff. So let's talk about some hookah stuff. I have something really, really cool I'm really excited to do. I have other products that would probably be better for me to review because they're things that you can buy. But what I'm gonna do instead is a little bit of flexing, and I'm gonna do a review of some Bobo Backer Maraschino Cherry. Bobo Backer Maraschino Cherry. Now, a lot of you are probably saying to yourselves, Tommy, what is a Bobo Backer? What the fuck are you talking about? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Oh, you guys. You guys. All right, so Bobo Backer is what I call, and I don't believe I'm the person who first started calling it this. I found out earlier today that he may not like it being called this, but that's what it's called. I'm sorry, that's what it's called. So Robert Boboro Pope, that used to be his Facebook name, now it's not, but that was his name. He's been in the hookah community for a really long time. I've known Bobo for a very long time, back in the Hookah Pro days. I mean, you're going back years and years and years. Really long time, like before the groups were even here. So, you know, he's been around hookah for a long time. He actually grows, cures, and then flavors his own tobacco that he then obviously turns into delicious, dark leaf, extremely strong shisha. This is my favorite of the Bobo Backers that I've tried, and this is his Maraschino Cherry. I also have some of his unwashed Maraschino Cherry, which is even stronger and incredible. This stuff is basically buzz level. Think Tangier's Burley, and honestly, it smokes better a lot of the time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some coals on, and I'm gonna show you guys how I've been packing this stuff. Talk about it a little bit more, hopefully. At some point, I'd really like to have the man himself have a conversation with me while we both smoke some of his tobacco before I run out. So Bobo, you got like a couple weeks, bro, because I am fucking gonna smoke all this shit soon. He doesn't sell it. It is not for sale. He's not a manufacturer. He's a guy who has some land and grows tobacco, and I believe that for the most part, he just does this for himself. But every once in a while, he's nice enough to send somebody a package, and I was lucky enough to get one. So I wanted to show you guys what it was all about. And quite honestly, just brag about how lucky I am. 2019 is off to a good start for the big boy. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I'm going to be packing some Bobo Backer in my Bengala bowl. It is all charred and gross on top. I don't feel like cleaning it. I should definitely clean it better. I hit it with a little bit of water, and I'm running a paper towel over it. And the char stuff is staying on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it solid. But what would clean this up is like a wet coal, and you just scrub around it. That way it won't damage your glaze. That's a little pro tip. However, I'm not concerned because the last few bowls that I smoked, or last few tobaccos that I smoked out of this was the Bobo Backer Maraschino. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's unglazed and I'm letting it season. That's the plan for today. And now I'm looking for my oyster fork. And of course I can't find it. Typical THL fashion. Things are going off the rails already. It's not even a live video. I have no reason not to stop this other than the fact that I don't feel like looking. There it is! I found my oyster fork, you guys. It's okay. I found my oyster fork. Now, we could probably cut all that ridiculous talking out in post, do a little editing, but we're not gonna do that. So let's get it going. Bobo Backer, Maraschino Cherry, Bengala bowl, fucking charred and gross. Still gonna smoke amazing. Let's get it going. Oh, and let me mention, THL King Tommy Edition pack mats. Get yourself a pack mat right now with THL logo. There's a special pack mat that has a double THL logo. This isn't that one. I don't have the one that everybody has. I got the one that nobody has. So, let's get back to what we were doing and actually pack this goddamn bowl. All right, so we have tobacco right here, boom. You have your bowl right here on your pack mat. Over here, you have barbecue sauce, boom, just in case. Famous Dave's barbecue sauce. It's very important that you have it. It's not important for hookah sessions. I want to be clear. You don't always need it, but I like to always have it nearby just in case. Just in case you need some, you have it. Because it's better to have it, because then you have it. So, let's put some tobacco in our bowl, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pack this very, very similar to how I pack Tangiers. I'm not gonna pack it quite as tight as I pack Tangiers. I'm also going to pack it probably just a little bit lower, but I like to have a pretty strong buzz, especially when I'm smoking this. Therefore, I like to let a little bit more airflow than I necessarily need to, and then probably a little bit more airflow than the way that Bobo packs it, because what Bobo says to do is pack it tight and low, which for me, the way that I pack, tight and low, would be slightly underpacking and going with the RB Palmer, which I'm not gonna pack it quite that tight. Sometimes I will Palmer my my Bobo Backer. You know, it's a dark leaf tobacco. The cut is extremely fine, so you can see the reason why the comparisons to Tangiers would be made and would make sense. Let's take a look, see if I can get a good shot of the cut so you guys can see it. It's all, you know, there's no like strands of anything in it. There's no big sticks or stems. It seems like it's all leaf, and it's all pretty finely ground up. It's wet, it's juicy, it's not crazy, and it has that oily kind of feeling that that Tangiers often does as well, which I definitely enjoy. So that's about how much tobacco I'm gonna use. I'm gonna then just use the old thumbs and just push it down so that it's just below the rim. You know, maybe a dense, maybe a semi-dense, it depends on who you talk to. And I don't think that descriptors are really all that important as long as people know what you're talking about. And at this point, you're watching it on a video, so you can just kind of see how the fuck I'm doing it. And we don't need to worry about all the silly nonsense that gets said in these videos all of the time. So, we'll pack it down. And that's it. That's it, you guys. That's how hard it is to pack a bowl. Now, did a lot of science go into the packing of that bowl? Yeah. It did. I paid attention. I didn't just throw it in there. Hookah John. I didn't just throw it in there because I'm not going to just throw it in there. I'm going to pack it for how I want. However, it doesn't have to take a long time. I don't have to get out any notebooks. I don't have to get a scale. I don't have to get out a compass. I can't think of any other tools that one would use. I am out of ideas, and it's no longer even a good joke. So, we're gonna end that there, and I'm gonna put foil on it. You wanna make sure your foil's nice and tight. I use 2 layers of Reynolds wrap, heavy duty. Anybody in the market for a heat management device, I recommend you learn how to use some of this first. So we got our bowl packed. We got foil on our bowl. The next trick is gonna be to pack some holes. Now, for this, I like to use this very fancy poker guy, but that's also not necessary. You can use a toothpick. You can use just about anything. I am left-handed, so I'm going to cover, you're not gonna be able to see me packing this no matter what. So this is gonna be some great viewing. And what I'm doing, I'm just poking some holes around the rim of the bowl first. I'm gonna try not to go all the way through to disturb my tobacco. Then I'm gonna go all the way through with my second ring, and then not through. Again, I'm just poking holes in the foil for my last ring, and then I'm gonna put a few holes over my center spire. So this first ring of holes that you have right on the outside, those are just breaking contact with the foil. The second ring on the inside is going all the way through to the bottom of my bowl so that I'm aerating my tobacco. And then the last ring, before the center spire, I do just like I did here, where I just poke the holes just so that they break the foil. And then over your center spire. It doesn't matter. Some people don't like to do these holes, some people do. I go back and forth. I'm going to this time. So we're putting it on our hookah, and we're ready to smoke. Let's go. All right, guys, so I am back. I am smoking. I've been smoking for a few minutes now. I am feeling the buzz. I got 4 coals on there. You guys saw how I packed it. Or you skip through, you skip back. I showed the pack. You should go look. No, go look. Go look, don't skip the pack. All right, never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm smoking. So I don't have a whole lot of information as far as the specific process for him making his tobacco and you know what he does. I know that he dries it and cures it and all that stuff, and then he flavors it and then it sits. I believe he said total process from the time that he harvests, you know, to it actually being shisha that's ready to smoke is about 2 years. I could have made that up. I'm not sure. That's why at some point I'd like to have the man himself come and talk to us. So anybody who knows him, anybody who sees him, and you see this video get posted, you know, shoot him a message and say, hey, man, why don't you go on State of the Smoke? Or if State of the Smoke isn't going to work out, if it's too late on a Thursday night, that makes a lot of sense. We do it late on a weeknight. I'll go live with you anytime you want, Robert. Let's go live, or let's not go live. We could do it not live. We could just do like a little hangouts, me and you, that we could edit if you decide that you don't want to just be live because it's a little scary, because it is. But I want to talk about it because I don't know anyone else in the community. I mean, not a lot of people in the community are making their own shisha to begin with, you know, let alone making your own shisha from tobacco that you grow. Like, it's just such a cool package to receive. Like, if anyone gets the opportunity to get some of this, I am planning on giving a very small amount away. It's going to be really small, and it's going to be a regular contest. It's not going to be one of our flash giveaways. Don't expect to see it on State of the Smoke. You know, for like you just to quickly win it because you type panda quicker than everybody else or some other crazy bullshit like that. It's not going to happen. This is sought after stuff that's really hard to get, and I want to make sure whoever were to receive it, number one, has to work a little bit to get it, so we're going to have to be doing some posting, and number two, you know, is someone who would appreciate it. So I mean, you know, it's a dark leaf tobacco. If you're smoking blondes, this might not be something you can handle. Obviously, the cloud output is great. I do have a lot of heat on it. It's not harsh. It's not burning. It's not tobacco-y yet. It will turn to tobacco-y on a bowl this size, which this is a very, very low-capacity bowl. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't get the scale out, but I'm going to go ahead and guess 37.25 grams. I really don't know, but it doesn't take a lot of tobacco, and I should be able to get this to smoke for a couple of hours. And probably about an hour and a half or so, I'll start to get more tobacco notes. That being said, very similar to Tangiers, the tobacco notes are extremely pleasant, and I enjoy them with the tobacco that, you know, that he grows. The flavoring, it's a maraschino cherry. It's an amazing maraschino cherry. I have never tried another cherry flavor, and I have tried many other cherry flavors in hopes that it would come close to the flavoring of Bobo's maraschino cherry, because I generally don't really like cherry flavors a whole lot. And this is my favorite tobacco that I've ever had. Bobo's maraschino cherry is my single favorite. If something were to happen where someone said to me, you only ever get to pick one flavor ever, what would it be? It would be this. And I would be totally happy to have a lifetime supply of this to be able to smoke. It's got a little bit of a throat tickle. I attribute that to the high nicotine content. I don't know if that's necessarily the whole reason. I don't know if it's something to do with the flavoring or anything like that. He definitely uses a ton of flavoring without making it soupy and without making it chemical at all. It tastes, Imagine if you were able to somehow smoke a bowl of maraschino cherries that are like sitting in the syrup. That's what this is. That's what this is. And then as the flavor dies down a little bit, you get more tobacco notes, and it's still very, very pleasant. I mean, I'm not a guy who likes to smoke for 5 hours or anything crazy like that. But I feel like you probably could push this tobacco, especially with a bigger bowl. Like if you put it in a Harmony and you manage your heat really well, you know, you could probably get this to smoke and be enjoyable for a really long time. So I think that's about it for my review. If I could, I would tell you, go out and buy some. You can't. If at any point this comes on the market to be able to purchase, you probably still won't be able to buy this flavor because I'm going to buy fucking all of it. All of it. So that's it. THL, the Hookah Lounge, King Tommy here, telling you, Bobo Backer's top notch. Get some if you can. And make sure to talk to Bobo and tell him to come on so we can talk to us about this process. I would love, 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 love to sit down and have a conversation with you, Robert, and we can go over exactly what you do, how long it takes, what your whole process is, maybe even walk us around your facility that you have, show us the room where you make the stuff and mix the stuff, and let's see it. I've seen some pictures posted over the years of you know, doing your process, and it's always super interesting. I'd love to see more of it, but at the very least, I'd love to get more. So please let me know when you can send me some more. All right? All right, guys, that's about it. Be on the lookout for a lot more THL stuff coming up. State of the Smoke happens pretty much every Thursday at 11 o'clock right here on the YouTube channel. If you're not on our group, make sure you find it. Request to join, answer the questions, and then be part of the community. We do lots of contests, lots of giveaways. There will be a State of the Smoke later tonight, and we will be giving some stuff away. And you know, we finished up Smokecember, but we got some giveaways left over. Everything's getting sent out, so before you message us to ask us where's my shit, you'll get it. You'll get your shit. Relax. Don't complain about free shit. So that's it. I'll see you guys later.